Right, so in the last class, we talked about how to download and install the Canva desktop app. And in this class, we're going to look at how to create a project and manage our files within Canva. Okay, so to create a project, as usual, we want to create a video video editing project. So you can come from the Home tab. This is we're using the desktop version. You can come to videos over here, create a blank page, and it's going to bring you into this untitled design, which is going to be a blank and fresh design that you can create within Canva. Okay, so you can see it right now. So can open this in the Canva app. Okay, so let's say we go and open it in the Canva app. Okay, so from here, the next thing that we want to learn is how to create the project. So to create a project from this untitled, you can come to these three dots, come to file over here, and you can just go ahead and say create new design from here. So you can just go ahead and create new design. And what is it going to be? Is it going to have a custom size? If you have a particular size, you can define the size from here. You can just say custom size, and you'll be able to give the width and the height and the pixels over here. So you'll be able to define it. And you can lock the changes, the sizing also if you're interested. So once you define the sizing, for example, 1920 by 1080, or you have a specific design, maybe from YouTube or from TikTok or Instagram, you can define the sizing directly from here. But let's say I'm going with the existing one. So we can go ahead and say project. Project is going to be a video, and it's going to be 1920 by 1080. So you can just go ahead and give it a name. And to name a project, you can come over here, you click on this, and let's say sample video editing. Okay, so let's call it sample video editing, and we click out, and this now becomes our project design name. Okay, so this is sample video project. So where is it saved? We don't know. If you open your document, where can you find this? If you open Canva, where can you find this document? And that's what I'm trying to show you. So you can come all the way over to these three lines, and you can click, and you can come to your project over here. Once you click on this, you'll be able to see all of your designs over here. So right now, I want us to move this to a folder. So you can come to file over here, and you can say save to a folder. So we can click which of the folders. We have this folder, video editing project. If you want to save it here, you can go ahead and save it. But at this moment, I want to create a new folder. So you can come over here and say sample project. So it's going to save our video. This design that we're going to work is going to save it on this new folder. So you can just go ahead and click on save, and it's going to move it to this. Okay, so if you want to see this anytime, you can just come all the way to these three lines, come down here, and you can see sample project. Once you click on sample project, you'll be able to see the sample video editing that we've created. Okay, alternatively, if you come back to the home tab, you can come back to the home tab and be able to see sample video editing over here. So once you click, it's going to open up, and you come back to the same project, so you can continue to edit. So I think this is going to help you in your file management and in project management directly as you're working on your video editing within Canva. So you can know exactly where is this and where is this project, which folder it is being located, and how can you find it. Okay, so I think this concludes this tutorial on understanding or creating a project and managing files within Canva. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next class, we're going to look at how to import and manage media within the video editing platform of Canva. So I'll show you how to import media of different types, be it video, audio, or images. Okay, we can import them, and then we'll arrange them within the platform, within the project bin, and then we'll be able to move them into the timeline and even into the canvas as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye. Alright, so in the last class, we talked about how to create a project or create a design and manage your project within Canva under different folders. Okay, how to arrange the folders and how to create projects and move it to a particular folder. And in this class, we're going to look at generally how do we import media into the media bin, and then try to see how we can arrange them according to their category, be it a video, an audio, or an image. Also, we can import everything and then see how we can bring it into the timeline, and maybe later subsequently we can understand some very basic editings within Canva. Now to import a media, all you need is just to start by coming to the import, the upload button. Over here, you can come to upload, and you can see these are range of images that I have uploaded recently. You can see them by just mere movement. You can be able to see all the images I have uploaded, and you can be able to see all the videos that I have uploaded, and you can see the audios that I have uploaded over here. So from the media that you have uploaded, if you hover over any media, you can see these 3 dots. Once you click on it, you'll be able to edit the image name, or that particular media. You can edit the name given to it, or you can add it to a category, even though this is a paid feature, and you can move it on your own to a specified folder within the Canva platform, and you can download it or select the item and select multiple items, just select a particular category, and you can move to trash if you're interested. Now to import directly, you can come to upload directly from here. Okay, alternatively, you can come to this 3 dot as well and click on it. And now over here, you have the option to upload directly from your system or from Google Drive or Instagram or Dropbox or Google Photos. Wherever you have your media, you can upload from there. So let's say in this case, for this example, we are going to upload some media from my system. So we can start with the first option. So we click on this, and then we can navigate to the location where we have that particular media. In my own case, I have it in this video editing with Canva. Under media, you can come to videos, and you can see these 3 videos I have downloaded just for demonstration for the purpose of this tutorial. So you can select all of them and then come over to click on open, and they're going to be uploaded as videos. Okay, like I said, the media is being categorized. These are images, these are videos, and then these are audios. So you can see them being uploaded over here. You can be able to see the progress directly from the left icon over here. Okay, so you can see they are being uploaded individually. Now another good thing with Canva is that before it even finish uploading, you can still make use of the media. For example, you could drag and easily drop it into the canvas, and you can start your basic editing while it is still uploading within the media bin or within the media bin. Okay, so you can see right now I've dragged and dropped this, and you can see it's been dropped into this page 1. If you like, you can add another page, and you can drag and drop another section of the video. You can drop it into the timeline manually like this, or you can still drop it on the canvas. All right, and it's going to directly override the other one. If you want to put it on the next page, you can just select it and make sure you drag and drop on that page. Now you are going to drop it, and it's going to be on this particular page. If you want to add on another page, you can just go ahead, drag and drop on another page. So if you place it on this plus sign, it's going to automatically create another page, and it's going to add it. Okay, so by default, when you drag and drop a media, it starts playing directly like this. Okay, so this is how to upload a video. Alternatively, you may just drag and drop a media. So let's have a look at how you can drag and drop as another way to import a particular media. So let's just move on to the folders. I have some media under this. All right, so I have these images. Okay, I have these images, so I can just open. All right, so I can select this much image. I can just drag. Let's say I select all of these images. I can just drag and drop them like this into the media bin. Okay, so you can see by just mere dropping, you can see them under the image section, and they are being uploaded as well one by one. And even as they are being uploaded equally, you can drag and drop them and continue with your editing within the Canva platform. Okay, so you can drag and drop depending on which page you are on. You can easily drag and drop them, and you can resize according to whatever shape or whatever size or whatever. This is like picture in picture. All right, so this is about importing videos and images. So let's try audio, and we can go to the same way. You can go over here, back, and then let's try this audio. We have this much number of audios. You can select and drag and drop them as well into the media bin, and you can see the audios are also being uploaded into our media bin. So you can as well drag and drop them into the timeline, and you can continue with your actions or whatever editing or production of video you are doing within this Canva. All right, so basically this is how to import a media and even drag and drop it into the timeline or into the editing canvas within Canva. Okay, So I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next class, we are going to look at how to do basic video editing within Canva. Okay, and then we're going to look at how we can bring in different kind of media into the timeline again, and then carry out some very basic cuttings and joinings and maybe trimming from each angle, and see how we can slide different kind of media to be able to create something meaningful for our own editing experience. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye. Alright, so in the last class, we talked about how to import and manage media within Canva. And in this class, we're going to look at how to do very basic video editing within the Canva platform. Now, assuming we have imported our media, all the media we need, the images, the videos, and the audios, and you can find them at this upload. And we've just dragged and dropped the video section into this timeline or into the pages. And we have page 1, page 2, page 3. You can notice that when we start playing with this plus button, it starts playing automatic, and depending on where the playhead is, you can easily select and you can move around forward or backward at any given point. Now, one thing you should pay attention to is that you can create a split. Okay, that's the first thing. You can select a particular media and you can right click on it and you can create a split of that page. Okay, so each media is covering the entire page. Okay, the whole page, and after this it goes to the next one. After this it goes to the next one. So if you want to create a split, for example, you want to divide this clip into two, you can just right click and it's going to cut at where the playhead is directly. So you can say create a split with this, create a split, or you can use a shortcut S on your keyboard and it's going to create that split. And you can see right now we have our clips divided into two. This is clip 1 and clip 2. You can do further one by just hitting on the letter S on the keyboard, and you can see it created another cut for us. Okay, so on each one you select, it's now on its own a particular page. Okay, when you select anyone, it's now a separate page on its own. And you can hover over it. You can see these 3 dots. Okay, when you click on the 3 dots, you still have the same right clicking option. You can split, you can add transitions in between the clips, you can lock a particular page against editing, you can hide the page, or you can delete or duplicate or add a new page just after this one, and you can edit the page title. If you want to give it a page title, you can as well give it a page title. All right, so this is splitting, and if you want, at some point you can create trimming. Okay, you can trim from each angle. You can come over to the edge of the video until your cursor turns into this horizontal sign, and once you click, you can just drag and you can see it is trimming from the edge. Okay, and once you release, that section of the video has been trimmed. And the good side of Canva, just like many other video editors, is that trimming is reversible. If you bring back your cursor to that same position, you click and you drag backward, you can see it is bringing back the media that you've trimmed earlier. Okay, so you can see once you release, that section of the media is now back, and you can do that from both angles, from left or right. You can select from the right as well, and you can trim the edges just like that, and you can see you've shortened the video by that amount. Now that's one way to do trimming. You can select a particular clip and you can come to the top here. You can click to do trimming by using this scissor sign. You can click and you'll be able to have this whole page demonstrated also at this top. Now when you click from the left, you can hover over it from the left until your cursor turns into the horizontal sign, and you click and drag, you are equally trimming the video from the left. Okay, and you can trim and drag also, and you are trimming the video from the right. And once you release, you can see it down here that the trimming action has also been confirmed from what you see down here. You're free to pause the video and then you can say done once you're done with the trimming and you like what you see. Again, under this as well, you can still undo it. You can open it back. You can come back and undo the trimming and you still have your media back just like that. And once you click on OK, it becomes confirmed that you have trimmed the media. Now another thing you can do is that you can be able to move the media across. You can just drag and move it across. You can drag any section and you can just move it across. That's done very easily. Okay, and you can add a page by just coming on this plus sign and just hitting on it. You can add a page directly, And then by selecting a media again, you can come over here and open the video editor, and you have the option to use the effects. Effects could mean removing the background. This is a pro feature, but it's exceptionally nice to have Canva remove your background. It is doing this like magic within seconds, and it's going to give you a fantastic job removing the background. And there are lots of filters. If you want to add filters, probably we'll look at filters, how we can add filters in general to edit our videos using filters. You can see there's natural, there's warm filters, and there's vivid filters. You can just check around and see which one can suit the content or the type of content you are creating. So lots of filters, and you can check adjusts. You can see different kind of adjust. We're going to look into color adjustment as you move through this tutorial. But for now, during this editing, we'll just focus on the effects. And then you have the playback option. You can click on playback and you'll be able to increase the speed of a clip or reduce the speed. And you can play it or repeat. If you just enable this button, it's going to play it or repeat. Maybe later we'll look at how you can speed up or shorten or slow motion on a clip. And then over here, you can change the coloration, document color, brand color, or default colors. You can change so many coloration from here. Okay, and this animation, you can add the animation on the text or sometimes a combination of text and shapes as well. If you have any image or any text or any video, sometimes it can still work. So you can see, you'll be able to see the preview of what that particular effect is going to do on your video, particularly on text. They're much better on text. And then you can check out the position, which means you can align left, you can create layers, you can manage the arrangement from here. You can be able to take in something from the bottom to the top using this move forward, backward by just selecting a particular clip. And you can manage layers as well. If you want to see all the layers, you'll be able to see them here. Right now, we have only one layer because we've just inserted this at the top of the page. Okay, and you can lock for against any change. You can lock a particular page and you can play around with the media. If this media has an audio, you can select it and you can come over here and you just directly mute the audio. If you select this, all the audio within this media, this particular page is going to be muted. Okay, so that is about editing the first way. Okay, so you can trim, you can split, you can move the items across, and then over here you can be able to move again, like I've explained. You can increase or decrease the size of the canvas, and when you click on this, you can increase or decrease the size of the timeline or the pages within the timeline. And if you want, you can use this small arrow to close on the timeline so you concentrate only on the canvas. Okay, and if you want also, you can click over here to have access to the timeline. Now, another feature is when you click on a particular media from the canvas, you can click and you'll be able to have this access to all of these features. You can copy the media, you can copy a particular style and paste it somewhere, and then you can add comments. That means you can collaborate with people while editing. That's one of the key benefits of using Canva. You can collaborate with people and you work on the same video editing, and so they can be working one on a particular aspect of it while you are also equally working on a particular aspect. Now you can detach video from the background and you can show captions directly from here. You can enable it to show caption if the video you have has some captions. You select and hover over to selecting a media. Also, you will have this much options as well. You can flip if you want to flip. You can crop if you want to crop by just selecting. You have this much feature, and you can rotate from here. Okay, you can rotate your image at any given angle of your choice. Okay, if you are done, you can undo to bring it back to the default. Okay, but you can crop up from any angle, and then you can select and flip. If you want to flip, you can flip horizontal, you can flip vertical. Probably as you move on, you'll be able to see some of the benefits of using this. All right, so you can select and you still have access to animation, position, like we've said, opacity. You can increase the transparency, you can increase and decrease how transparent the video should be. And then you have copy style, just like so you can copy a particular style and paste it somewhere. Again, you can lock and mute the audio, right? So this is about editing. You can edit, you can move any aspect of the video from one section to the other. Okay, and down here you can add notes like we've explained earlier. You can add your own notes against any kind of editing, so you'll be able to know and work on it accordingly. And now over here you can decide to enable to show the duration of a particular clip, or if you don't want to show the duration, you can enable or disable it from here directly. Okay, we've explained how you can be able to visualize or preview on full screen from here and so on. So I think this does it on this tutorial on how to generally edit your videos within Canva. All right, so you can do all sort of things as regards editing. You can right click and you have this much option. You can play and you'll be able to visualize what you have, and you can as well resize it and have the videos of different size within the Canva. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video that talks about the basics of editing. In the next class, we're going to look at how to add b-rolls within our footage and then manage them as well. B-roll could come in different forms, maybe an image form or a video form or thereabout. We can have them attached within a particular clip or within multiple clips. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye. Alright, so in the last class we talked about how to do very basic video editing within Canva, and in this class we're going to look at how to add b-rolls. Okay, so b-rolls are very important, especially when you're editing your videos, you're explaining a concept and you want to have another image. Okay, you want to demonstrate the use of another image on top of that particular clip, just like having it just pop up or slide in or just appear while you're explaining a basic concept, and then you can get back to your screen and continue explaining. All right, so you can do that both with video and image. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use both of them in this case. All right, so assuming we have these two clips, okay, let's play to just have a preview of what we have. So assuming while this video is playing, I want to bring in another image just to demonstrate that another kid, maybe this kid also is running, or this one. Okay, so I can just add it as a picture in picture. So by default, when you select that particular image, it's just going to appear on the canvas and it's going to appear on the page as well, that page that you've selected. Now when you try to play this from the beginning, you will notice that it is playing across the entire page. Okay, so which means it is not going to be playing just that particular section, because I wanted, as this guy is running, let me demonstrate this kid's also running and then back to the same guy running, which is not going to be possible in this case. So all you need to do to add it as a b-roll, just like the way you have in other video editing platforms, is to define exactly the point where you want this image to come up. For example, let me minimize this and bring it to the side, and maybe let's say we start the video of the guy running. So let's say it is running up to this point. I can just press on the letter S to create a split, and you can see right now we've created a split, and let's say we allow it to continue running up to this point, and we create another split. Okay, so from the first clip you can notice that we can select the image and delete it, and then we have only the image of the guy running entering into the second clip. Okay, so we can see it runs, it continues to run up to this point. So we can select this same clip and we can now say, since this is the section or the clip that we want to be occupied by this guy, we can just move it up. So we can say we have this guy, so it just moves as he is moving, as he's running, it just enters into this image. So we can continue to explain, and then it enters this one and continue the running. Okay, but I don't want the image to be on this page, so I can just select and delete it as well. Okay, so you can resize however you want it. You can trim from the edges to make it smaller or longer, however you want it. You can play around with it from here. So this is basically how to add a b-roll in the form of an image. So you can see a sample. Once he's running, he just jump into the boy and then backs to his running. So this is very important when you are doing a demonstrative tutorial to showcase a particular concept. And on your own, you can make it a picture in picture if you don't want to make it full video occupying the entire canvas. So you can select, you can come over here and you can say, as you are explaining, this now stands by the side. Okay, so you can make it something smaller and you can put it, and it's going to serve the same purpose. So while it is playing, to just enter, still continue to play, but we have that picture in picture, and then it moves to the other one. Okay, so this is one way. Let's try to add the same b-roll, but this time around with a video. So we can come over to the video section and we can select any section of the video. For example, with this lady running, we want to assign a part of his this guy running. So we can just drag and drop, or let's say we have these two guys. Okay, so you can just drag and drop on the canvas and we have it in this particular page that we've selected. All right, so you have the option to do picture in picture as well, like we have done before, but you have to know that this video is covering the entire page that we have here. So if you want to have this played at some point within the clip, you just need to define the place. Okay, so let's say at this point we want to create a split, and at this point also we want to create a split, and we want this video to play only on this section. So we can select this section and we can zoom it, or we can resize it to make it bigger so that it covers the entire screen. Okay, so you can just drag and see it covers the entire canvas. And we can go back to this same clip and we can select this and just delete. We can select this and delete as well. So we have only this lady running, and then the video now jumps into the other video as a b-roll. Okay, so she jumps up to this point and then it just jump out into the next one. All right, so we can see this is basically how to add b-rolls within your timeline in Canva. Okay, it's very, very interesting and it's very easy to add, but it becomes much more interesting when you add a transition in between them, so it doesn't just jump cut into the clip just like so. Just take a look at this, it just quickly cuts into this. By the time we add a transition, it will now become very much interesting and becomes very, very professional. So take a look. This one now jumps into the other one. The jumping is what I don't want, and then it jumps back here. So when we add a transition, which is what we are going to look at next, we are going to notice some professionalism in the improvement that we have. Okay, but basically this is how to add a b-roll within the video editing or within the timeline of Canva video editor. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next class, we're going to look at how to add transition, basic transitions, and edit them accordingly within the Canva video editor. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye. Alright, so in the last class, we talked about how to add b-rolls within the video editing platform in Canva or within our timeline. And in this class, we're going to look at how to add basic transitions within the clips in Canva video editor. Now, let's take a look at this video that we've just created. We have this guy running and we've attached a b-roll into it. Like we've explained earlier in the class, that these videos are cutting into the next one. Okay, from one page to another, they just easily cut. They are just cutting. Okay, there's no proper professional transition. So in this case, we are going to look at how we can incorporate basic transitions so that the videos can appear very much professional. Now let's start with the first one. In between these two clips that we have, the first one, this guy running, and then it just jumps into the second one. I want to create a transition, so we can just hover over in between the two clips. We can see this plus sign. This plus sign just signifies adding a page. If you want to add another page, you can just click on the plus sign, but then the next icon underneath it is add transition. Okay, so you can just click and a transition can be added in between the two clips over here. Now, once you click on transition, you'll be able to see that you have the transition panel enabled over here. So you can hover over and you'll be able to see a preview of how that transition is going to be. This is dissolve, this is slide, okay, this is circle wipe, this is color wipe, this is line wipe, and so on. You can have match video and you can have flow just like that, or you have stack and chop. Okay, sometimes I like stack and chop. So let's say we go with chop at this moment, and then in the next one we can click and we can click also, and then we can have something like stack. Okay, so in the stack you can change the duration. I think the 0.5 seconds is good, but then you can change the direction. Right now the default is from the top. You can have it from bottom or from sides or from the other side, just like so. Okay, so let's try to say in these two cases we've assigned, and let's have a preview of what we've just created. All right, so you can see it just quickly enters the other one. Okay, so you can see The transition is quite professional and is very, very proper. You can see. Let's have it one more time. All right, so let's take a look one more time. It just quickly enters, and you can see in the second case as well. Okay, so the transition is quite nice and is very, very professional. You can see the second one. So you can add as many transitions as you want, and on each case you can still select and you can change the property. If you don't want this transition, you can change it, and if you don't want the direction, you can change the direction as well. So very easily, once you change the direction, it just quickly boots in and you can be able to have a transition play. Okay, so you can see we've now changed the direction. So you can add other transitions as well on the other clips, like when he's jumping from this guy running to this woman. So you can just come in between, click, and then let's say we have the line wipe, or you can have the color wipe. And sometimes I like this transition again, so you can select the transition and you can define the direction as well. Okay, and the intensity, the duration. When it's a bit, you can reduce or you can increase, but I think the 0.5 seconds is quite good. So let's try one more time to play and have a preview of what we've just created. Let's take a look. All right, I think this is very, very nice and professional. So in a nutshell, this is just a bit about adding transition in between the clips. Okay, and you can add it on any clip, and regardless whether it is a video or an image, you can still add transitions in between them to provide that professional look within your clip. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next class, we're going to look at how to add text and titles and then format them within Canva video editor. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye.